Hey, it's Josh with Northwest Roof Maintenance. I'm here at Northwest Roof Maintenance headquarters, and I'm going to show you a couple of safety tips that we utilize every day. Let's get started. First thing I want to show you is how we set up ladders. One thing you want to do is make sure the ground that you are setting up the ladder is nice and level, or you're going to have to adjust the ground in order to set up the ladder. We use ladder standoffs to prevent any damage from the ladder to the gutter or any other areas of the roof where the ladder would contact. This is the kit that we install as permanent anchors in order to work on your house safely. This one is included in the permanent anchor kit. One permanent anchor, installation nails, and adhesive strips, which also are gaskets. First, we apply the adhesive gasket to where we will be installing the nails. Now this will be insulation. This is a temporary anchor. This is what most companies use in order to make an anchor point on the roof. However, there are major downsides to using this. Now that I'm on the roof, I have to find the area where the truss I have to use to nail the anchor. There's one right there. From here, 24 inches either way should also give you another truss if this is not the optimal area to set up an anchor. Typical optimal area is center from your working area on the roof, which just so happens to be not too far off from this knockout. Now that I'm done removing the ridge, I'm going to remove these strips right here to expose the adhesive and then place that on the trusses. In comparison to the temporary anchor, this, you get into a truss. However, sometimes they don't bother, but using these nails, you nail in as many times as possible. And then when they're done with them, you pull these nails out, which are meant to be removed. See that? And then you're left with as many holes as however they put in the roof. You don't remove the ridge. So typically you'll have holes that they will just fill in with caulking, which is the less ideal way to deal with that situation. So we highly recommend going with this system, which will leave your roof just as watertight as when we got there, and sometimes even better. For the top section, this is how it was installed. It's got 4 exposed nails, which were then caulked over. I prefer the sealant only method, which is perfect for this application. Now you have an anchor ready to use. And here is the safety rope in practice. With the anchor installed, I could feel comfortable knowing installing it myself, that I put it in a truss. So you can lean weight on it. It has a sliding control to move down and up. And once you release it, it stays where you put it. Once you've completed your work on the roof, it is best to stay anchored as long as possible. So if you can wrangle your rope into a nice bundle so you do not step on it while you're trying to descend or trip, because that is one of the biggest tripping hazards using a rope on the roof, is the rope itself. So I'll show you how I bundled mine up. Now it is nice and bundled up, ready to be taken down. Those were just a couple of safety tips and strategies we use when we are working on roofs. If you are in need of any roof maintenance, give us a call. Tell them Josh sent you.